All right, so hustle on a Thursday, May 30th. I'm talking about Thursday, it's Sunday. So got in there and did a little bit of editing, and it's challenging. Not something that I haven't seen before, because I did the Wii video, and of course that's similar where you have the timelines and everything. So, but once you get in the groove, I'm hoping to chop that down, because I did a little bit today and I did a little bit yesterday as well, and it seemed to be probably about an hour and change piece. And although we recorded for maybe about 50 minutes, the final only came out to about 30. So once you take out some of the stuff, I noticed that the episodes will get a little bit shorter once the editing is done, which is natural. So that's one of my learnings today. Also have to look out for a lot of the stuff in the background. I didn't realize how much things would be picked up. I mean, I figured, but in the editing, I was hearing the chair that I'm on now is kind of squeaky. Any little feedback, breaths. Of course, my little one was crying in the back. So some of them you can get around, some of them you clearly can't. But either I'm gonna have to find either a different place to record, or make sure to kind of mitigate those in the future. So the things to come up with, probably start to hit the mute button a little bit better, more, so that way the editing will be easier. So as soon as I'm done talking, light up and hit that mute button. So it's just a string of nothing that will be super easy to kind of edit out later. It'll be a little bit annoying, but one of the things I thought about was cutting out some of the fluff in the conversation, like the natural. Although the show is very organic, it's supposed to be very natural, it's in the editing process, it makes it a little bit more challenging for little things, like if you're talking with somebody and you say indicating that you understand, or okay, like those type of things really don't add a whole lot of value to the show. It just shows that the other person understands. So finding a good balance between how many of those to make it sound natural, and then removing some of them so that way you can just kind of get to the point. So I have to, take a look at that balance when I do it. And at least for me personally, I can't control the co-creators on the show, but at least for me personally, that'll make it a little bit easier to edit. And since it's only a 1v1 type of thing right now, it should be a whole lot easier, I would think. So I did end up posting the Spotify link, and so that should go out at 9 o'clock, which is in a couple minutes. And then also scheduled the first post tomorrow. So I got to get up, turn that live, so that way that is there, and then I can refresh the page. Hopefully it's done mixing. I didn't think about that, but oh well. So it should be done mixing, and they'll go live tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Is pretty much as early so that way I can get as many people from a traffic standpoint. One of my other learnings today was it's easy to change the course with strategy, and I think a lot of this is just mostly me. I'm extremely analytical, and I'm always looking for the most precise method, but in this new situation that I'm in, nothing is perfect. I don't have a blueprint, so it's really easy for me to all of a sudden, hey, pick up and change. One of the ones that I was thinking through was in regards to my postings, mornings versus afternoons. And all of a sudden I got to say, all right, we'll post more educational, informational stuff in the morning times, and then the afternoon times more relaxed content that might be more fun, especially related to the articles, and then also some of the video content that might go on some of the platforms. And then I said, well, what if you shifted that, right? And so on my LinkedIn pages, Facebook, and Twitter accounts, do the informational, educational content, and then for the others, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, use the more fun video content. So one is dividing by the fun aspect of it. So those 3 platforms will be all kind of fun and video content, and the other ones will be more educational and informative. So I split that way, and then there's another way that I split it, which was strategy to be able to do informational stuff in the morning, and then break it up by time versus type of platform, and then the more, fun stuff to cycle back to the same content at the end of the day. So it's two different strategies, and I'm gonna have to take a look at. I don't know which one is which. I don't know how long I should use each strategy, when, if, how. But I guess that's going to be the fun part, to try and kind of figure out, to understand that what will work best and whether to curate an audience. Another one I heard today was try and post at the same times. That was an option versus, posting at consistent intervals, or once a day, twice a day, so they don't cannibalize themselves. So do I create my audience so that way they get used to me posting at 4 p.m. every day? Is it 7 p.m.? Is it 6 a.m.? Is my content going to be more for business people on the way to work, more people on running a jog or something like that? I don't know. So I think that's going to be an interesting takeaway. I try and figure out. So my 3 learnings are: make sure when you edit and you code, use some headphones, and while recording, also take account of the background noise, and then potentially put yourself on mute, which would be, kind of helpful as well. And then the other learning is, it is okay, finding it okay from like I'm talking about, moving with the strategy, to not have an answer. That's a big part of it for me. It's as soon as one pops in my head, I want to solve it. I want to figure out the best possible way, the most efficient. It's where my brain works constantly, to try and find that avenue that's best done. And I'm finding it, although it's fun for me, it can be exhausting, because in this situation, I don't know what that path is. I don't know what the right path is. So I have to kind of put it out of my mind and just make the best decision that I can with the information that I have coming in. So learning it's okay to not know, and to learn from your failings. Something doesn't get one hit or one engagement. People aren't doing it. People aren't listening. People aren't streaming. It's all right. It's gonna take a while. So I think that's one of my learnings today, as well as the editing. So I'll be back at it tomorrow, definitely heavy. So looking forward to it.